Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kash Patel, the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, also known as the FBI. He is an Indian immigrant, or maybe he's the first gen, I don't know. But anyway, as the director of the FBI, he has no idea what he's doing. He has no business with that job. He is not qualified for that job, and that is why he has egg on his face. So I would never make a bold claim against a person unless I could back it up. So he is the director of the FBI. Now, what does the FBI do? The major responsibility of the FBI is to investigate violations of federal law. The FBI has the broadest investigative authority of any federal law enforcement agency. The FBI investigates domestic and international terrorism, foreign counterintelligence, cybercrime, public corruption, civil rights violations, organized crime and drug trafficking, white-collar crime, violent crime, and major offenders. Now, the FBI has the most authority of any federal law enforcement agency in the United States, so they should be the best trained with the most expertise. And their leader should be qualified, he should have experience, expertise, and he should be highly qualified in law enforcement strategies and tactics. Critics of Kash Patel say that he lacks traditional FBI investigative or management experience, which is expected of an FBI director. And they also question whether he's had adequate experience to lead the FBI. And the general consensus is that he does not have adequate experience or education. He has not been trained in law enforcement. He has been a public defender, something like a lawyer, working in public defender's offices and working in special counsel's office. He's just been doing lawyer work, sitting in a cubby somewhere, pushing papers. And it's typical of Donald Trump to put somebody like Kash Patel in a very important role instead of giving the job to a black or white person that really knows what they're doing, but they need a puppet, somebody who's going to do what they say do, jump Jim Crow, whatever they tell him to do, that's what he's going to do. So that's how he ends up with the job. But he doesn't know what he's doing, as witnessed by what happened this past weekend at Brown University. So America was shocked again this weekend when a shooting happened at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, this is what Kash Patel did. In a stunning reversal that has left federal law enforcement red-faced, the frantic hunt for the gunman responsible for the deadly shooting at Brown has returned to square one. On Monday, police confirmed they are releasing the man detained in connection with Saturday's tragedy, marking a significant and embarrassing blunder for the FBI's leadership. The development serves as a humiliating blow to FBI Director Kash Patel, who had arguably spiked the football before crossing the end zone. In the hours preceding the release, Patel had taken a highly public victory lap on social media, boasting about the Bureau's technological prowess in tracking down the person of interest. Instead of a closed case, the authorities are now grappling with a public relations disaster while a killer remains at large in Providence, Rhode Island. The sequence of events leading to this fiasco began when Kash Patel took to X to announce the detention of a person of interest. In a post that has since aged poorly, the FBI director detailed exactly how the suspect was located, seemingly eager to highlight the agency's surveillance capabilities under his command. So instead of him following FBI procedure and basic law enforcement procedures, he gonna jump on X and talk about all of the sophisticated technology the FBI had and what they used in order to bring this person of interest into for questioning. Well, it turns out that this was the wrong person and they had to release the person. And he ends up looking like just what he is, somebody who doesn't know what he's doing. So now the FBI comes across looking incompetent because they have what seems to be an incompetent director. So this is what people are saying. Now I'm going to let you listen to this video.
I just want to remind everyone that Kash Patel is running the FBI now. And so whenever there's a horrible incident like what happened at Brown University over the weekend, and the FBI says that they caught the guy, maybe we should, I don't know, wait 24 hours to see if the guy that they caught is actually the person who is guilty before sharing that information all over the internet. Because they said yesterday that they caught the guy who was responsible for the shooting at Brown University, and the poor guy's photo was plastered all over the internet. His personal details were shared, and it turns out that he's not the guy. And stuff like that can really harm a person who is not deserving of that harm. So let's just make a pact that whenever the FBI says that they've, accomplished something, let's just wait a day or two before we share it, because I'm guessing that 9 times out of 9, they're gonna have to walk that back.
So they detain someone for questioning, which is what the police does in cases like this. But you don't go on social media and start blabbering about how you caught the person and where the person was and describing the person and talking about all the technology you have. The FBI doesn't do that. And there he was doing that. And why was he doing it? Because he was not trained. He didn't have the training or the experience to be speaking on behalf of the FBI. So anyway, this is just another one of those model minorities that popped up in a position that they don't need to be in, and the public has to suffer the consequences of it. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening, and have a good evening.